Hello students, welcome to Sufa E-class. In the previous lecture, we have studied the first question from the practice set 1.3. Now today here in this lecture, we will study the next question of the practice set. So student, the next question from the practice set is, take the set of natural numbers from 1 to 20 as universal set and show set x and set y by using the Venn diagram. So these are the sets given to us. X is equal to x such that x belongs to the set of natural number and x is greater than 7 and less than 15. Now the second set is y is equal to y such that y belongs to the set of natural number and now y is a prime number from 1 to 20. So student, first we will write universal set here. So the universal set is u is equal to, it is the set of first 20 natural numbers, that is the natural number from 1 to 20. So the elements are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and so on. It will go up till 20. Now student, we will take this first question, that is x is equal to x such that x belongs to the set of natural number and x is greater than 7 and less than 15. So student, first we will write this set in the listing form, that is x is equal to, we want the natural numbers which are greater than 7 and less than 15. So that elements are 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We want the elements which are less than 15, that is why we will write it up till 14. Now we will take the second set, that is set y. First we will convert both the sets in the listing form and then after that we will draw the Venn diagram. So student, let's see, this is y is equal to y such that y belongs to n, y is a prime number, y is a prime number from 1 to 20, y is a prime number from 1 to 20. Now student, we have to write this set by listing method. So y is equal to, so the prime numbers from 1 to 20 are, 1 is neither composite nor prime, you can say 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17 and 19. So student, these are the prime numbers between 1 to 20. So student, if you will see that we have converted set x and set y in the listing method in listing form. Now we can draw the Venn diagram easily by using these sets. So student, we have to draw the Venn diagram for set x. So we will take the universal set first, and for representing the universal set we will take a rectangle, means universal set is represented by using a rectangle. And student, one more thing, we know that this set x is the subset of this universal set, that is why we will draw set x here in that universal set, and this is set x and the element of set x are 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So student, if you will see that these are the elements of set x which I have represented in that Venn diagram, and now the remaining elements we will write out of the x, so which are in universal set. If you will see the elements of the universal set which are not in x, so that elements are 1, now 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now it will come 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20. So student, in this way we have completed that set x and we have written the universal set. So we have represented that set x by using the universal set. Now we will represent set y by using the universal set in the second diagram. So let's see this, if you will notice that then this set y is also the subset of this universal set. So we will take this rectangle as universal set, as universal set is represented by using a rectangle. Now y is the subset of u, that is why we will take here set y. So this is set y and the elements of set y are 2, 3, 5, 7, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17 and 19. These are the elements of set y. Now remaining elements we have to write from the universal set which are out of that y. So the remaining elements which are from the universal set are 1, now 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13 is already there in that set y. That is why we will write 14 here, 15, 16, here it is 17. So we'll write 18, now there is 19, already 19 is already there in set Y, so we'll write directly 20. So if you will notice that all the elements are covered here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20. So student, if you will notice that we have drawn the two separate Venn diagrams in order to represent the set X and set Y. So if we want to represent set X and set Y by using the common diagram for universal set U, means this common rectangle we have to use for both the sets, and now we have to draw set X and set Y in that Venn diagram. So for that we have to first consider the common elements from set X and set Y. So if you will notice that this 11 is common here in set X and set Y. In both the sets 11 is common and 13 is also common here. So how we can draw the common Venn diagram? For that we will see. So we will first draw one set, that is set X, and then after that we will draw set Y. We are going to take some common part in set X. So this is set X, this is set Y, and this is the common part we are taking here. Why we are taking the common part? Because in that common part we will write those elements which are common in both the sets. So this 11 and 13 are common to both the sets, that is why we will write 11 and 13. Now remaining element of X we will write in X, and remaining element of Y we will write in that Y part. So student, the remaining element of set X are 8, 9, 10. So 11 is there here, then 12, 13, 14. Now this is the set X which we have represented there. Now in set Y, 11 and 13 is already gone away in that common part. That is why I will write the remaining elements in that Y, remaining part of that Y. That is 2, 3, 5, 7, 2, 3, 5, 7. So 11 and 13 we have already written in the common part. Now we will take 17 and 19. 17 and 19. So student, if you will notice that these are the elements of set X and set Y. Now remaining elements from the universal set we will write out of both the sets. So here 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now we will take 15, 16, now it is 17, 18 we will take, and 19 is already there, that's why I will take 20. So in this way we can represent both the set by using the common universal set, that common diagram, that is rectangle for the universal set. We can represent both the set in that common universal set. So in this way we can solve question number 2 from the practice set. Now we will move towards the next question. So student, now the next question is, if U is equal to 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and P is equal to 1, 3, 7, 10, then show U, P and P complement by Venn diagram. Also we have to verify complement of P complement is equal to P. So student, now first we will write universal set here. U is equal to 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now we will write set P. Set P is nothing but the set of elements 1, 3, 7, 10. Let this equation be equation number 1. Now before representing this set by using the Venn diagram, we have to find the complement of P. So complement of P or P complement contains all the elements from the universal set which are not in set P. So we will take the elements which are not in set P from the universal set. So here 1 is there in this set P, so we will take 2. Now after that 3 is already there, that's why we will skip 3 and 7. Then after that we will take 8, 9. Now 10 is there in set P, that is why we will not take that. And after that we will take 11 and 12. So this is nothing but complement of P. If you will see that, then this complement of P will contain, according to the definition of complement of set, this complement of P will contain all the elements from the universal set which are not in P. So student, now we will represent these three sets by using the Venn diagram. So here it is the Venn diagram for that. So we have represented the universal set by using a rectangle. This is the universal set. Now we have here, if you will notice that, then this P is the subset of U. If you will notice that, if you will see set P, it contains the element 1, 3, 7, 10. So U contains all the element of set P, that is why P is the subset of U. So first we will draw set P in that. So this we have represented set P, this is set P, and elements will write here 1, 3, 7, 10. These are the elements of set P. Now remaining elements of universal set we will write here out of the set P. So here it is 2, 1, 2, 3, 7, so we'll write 8, 9, 10 is already there, that is why we will take 11 and 12. So student, if you will notice that then these elements are 2, 8, 9, 11, 12, these are the elements of P complement. So if we will draw the universal set and this is the set P, now this remaining part we will see that then this contain all the element of P complement, so we can represent this shaded part as P complement. So in this way this can be represented by using the Venn diagram. So now student, we will solve the second question. So for second question we have to find the complement of P complement. So complement of P complement will contain all the elements of set U which are not in P complement. So we have to skip these elements from the universal set and we have to write the remaining elements. Means if the elements of P complement would be take out from the universal set, then the set of remaining elements we can call it as complement of P complement. So the remaining elements are 1, 3, 7, 10. So if we will skip 2, 8, 9, 11, 12 from universal set, then the remaining elements are 1, 3, 7, 10. So if you will notice that, let this equation be equation number 2. If you will notice that, then this P and complement of P complement contains the same element. This set, if you will see set P and complement of P complement, then this both the set contains the same element. So we can say that from 1 and 2, from these two equations, from equation 1 and equation 2, we can say that complement of P complement is equal to P, because complement of P complement contains all the element of P and P contains all the element of complement of P complement. So these are the equal sets, you can say. That is why this P and complement of P complement are the equal set, because they contains the same element. That is why this we can say that complement of P complement is equal to P. So hence proved. So student, now the next question is, if A is equal to 1, 3, 2, 7, then write any three subsets of set A. So student, you can write many subsets of set A. So here set A contains the element 1, 3, 2, 7. Let us take the subset of A as P. So P will contain the element 1, 3, 2. We can also take one set, that is Q, which will contain the element 3, 2, 7. We can also write set R, which contains the element 1, 2, or we can also write set S, which contains the element 3, 2. So you can, in this way you can write many sets which will be the subset of that set A. So this question, in this question we can denote many sets as the subset of A, but one condition you have to keep in mind that A should contain all the element of that set which you are taking as the subset of A. Suppose this P contains the element 1, 3, 2, we can say that P is the subset of A. Why? Because A contains all the element of set P. Similarly, Q is the subset of A. Why? Because A contains all the elements of set Q. And R is also the subset of A. Why? Because A contains all the elements of set R. S is also the subset of A, because A contains all the element of set S. So one thing just you have to keep in mind that you can take any set as the subset of A, but one condition is there that A should contain all the elements of that set which you are taking as the subset of A. So student, this is all about the today's lecture. Now we will move towards the next question in the next lecture. Thank you.